You know what's absolutely mind-blowing? Over half of all website visitors will abandon a site in just 3 seconds. That's less time than it takes to tie your shoes. Today we're diving into why businesses are hemorrhaging customers without even knowing it.
That's such a startling statistic. And what makes it even more fascinating is how many business owners have no idea this is happening to them every single day.
Let me paint a picture here. Imagine running a store where 50% of people walk in, take one look around, and immediately walk out. That's essentially what's happening with most business websites right now.
Well, that really puts it into perspective. So, what exactly is causing this mass exodus of potential customers?
It comes down to something Google calls Core Web Vitals. Think of them as your website's vital signs. First up is Largest Content Paint, or LCP, which measures how quickly your main content appears. It's like the difference between a smooth magic trick and seeing the magician fumbling with their props.
That's such an interesting way to look at it. And I'm guessing most businesses are failing these vital signs?
Oh man, you wouldn't believe the numbers. According to recent data, nearly 70% of websites fail these core metrics. And here's where it gets really interesting. Google is now actively penalizing sites that don't meet these standards.
So businesses are essentially getting a double penalty, losing visitors and dropping in search rankings?
Exactly right. And then we've got this newer metric called INP, Interaction to Next Paint. You know when you click a button and there's that awkward pause where you're not sure if anything's happening? That's what INP measures.
Oh my goodness, that reminds me of this online shopping nightmare I had last week where I kept clicking the checkout button and nothing was happening. Ended up with 3 orders.
Well, that's exactly what these metrics are trying to prevent. And speaking of frustrating experiences, let's talk about cumulative layout shift, the infamous page jump that makes you click on ads by accident.
You know what's really interesting about all this? It seems like these technical issues are actually creating very human problems.
That's such a crucial point. We're not just talking about code and algorithms here, we're talking about trust, credibility, and real business relationships. And get this, with mobile traffic now exceeding 60%, these issues are even more critical.
So what's the solution? How do businesses start fixing these problems?
It starts with a comprehensive audit of 4 key areas. First, technical performance, everything we just talked about. Second, SEO, because what good is a fast website if no one can find it? Third, user experience, making sure people can actually use your site once they get there.
And let me guess, accessibility is the 4th pillar? Because I've been reading about how this is becoming a major legal issue for businesses.
Right on the money. And here's a shocking stat. About 98% of websites fail basic accessibility standards. We're talking about simple things like proper color contrast and keyboard navigation.
That's absolutely staggering when you consider that roughly 1 in 4 adults has some type of disability. These businesses are essentially turning away a quarter of their potential customers.
And the really frustrating part is that most of these issues are relatively simple to fix. It's not like we're asking businesses to rebuild their sites from scratch.
Though I imagine some probably should, given what we're seeing out there.
Well, here's the good news. Tools like Google's PageSpeed Insights can identify these issues for free. It's like having a mechanic give you a complete diagnostic of your car, except it doesn't cost anything.
That's such a relief to hear. But I'm curious, what's the first thing a business owner should do after running these tests?
Focus on the quick wins first. Compress those massive images that are slowing down your site. Fix broken links. Add alt text to images. These are changes that can be made in minutes, but can have huge impacts.
That makes perfect sense. Start with the low-hanging fruit before tackling the bigger structural issues.
Exactly, and remember, this isn't a one-and-done thing. Your website needs regular checkups, just like your car or your health. The digital landscape is constantly evolving.
Well, this has certainly changed how I'll look at websites from now on. 3 seconds really isn't very long at all.
And that's really the bottom line here. In 2025, your website isn't just a digital business card anymore. It's often the first and only chance you get to make an impression. Make those 3 seconds count. Hey, to contact me, use the secure contact form on GuyRcook.com. If you like this video, found it helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel for more valuable content and let us know in the comments below your own related experiences. It's a wrap.